Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 5:30 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Russ Reesiger.
And I'm Jeanelle Slade. It's time to ask the question, is winter finally behind us?
Taking a live look over downtown Billings on this Friday evening. Warm enough to melt some snow today, but more of it is headed this way to start your weekend.
Q2 Chief Forecaster Bob McGuire tracking that snow in the Weather Center this afternoon. Bob, how much can we expect and when is it going to start falling?
When it comes to winter being over, methinks not.
No.
Let's just go out and say that right away. Let me show you what's happening out there. This is our watch board, and as you can see, we've got a number of things to talk about that go all the way across the southern part of Montana. We have a winter weather advisory and a winter storm warning. Now, in the winter weather advisory, we're looking for slick roads, reduced visibility, and you'll see some of the snowfall amounts significant. In the Billings area, maybe 1 to 4 inches. Down by Red Lodge, could see maybe 3 to 6 inches of snow. 5 to 9 inches of snow in the southeast corner of the state. Towards the southwest, maybe 4 to 8 inches of snow up in the mountains there. About 2 to 4 inches up by Great Falls. Now tonight, you can see on the Doppler radar, the snow showers are kind of gathering together on the Beartooth foothills, and they'll probably eventually start making their way up into the Billings area. So this is what our forecast model shows. It moves up into our area about 11 o'clock tonight, sticks around for a little bit, and then starts to move away, and then that begins our nice weekend. We'll probably see some sunny skies moving into the weekend. We'll have more on that coming your way in just a few more minutes.
Thanks so much, Bob.
These cold temperatures freezing pipes and leaving dozens of homes in Red Lodge without running water.
The Red Lodge City Council held an emergency meeting early this afternoon. Q2's David J. touched bases with the mayor to tell us what was decided. David.
Well, Jeanelle, Russ, Mayor Bill Larson says about 40 homes still do not have water. He signed an executive order allowing a higher water usage before being charged more. He says that the pipes are frozen between the water mains and the houses. Businesses have donated pellets of water, and drinking water and buckets of water for toilets are available at the fire station and can be delivered. City Council did not pass a resolution raising the minimum water usage from 3,000 gallons to 8,000 gallons and using $15,000 of unclaimed water deposit money. So Larson then used the executive order that only included raising the water usage amount.
It allows the people of the community to go ahead and run a little stream of water in their sink to keep their pipes from freezing and or helping their neighbor out by connecting a garden hose from house to house to supply their neighbor's house with water during this time. We have neighbors helping neighbors. We have, families letting other families stay with them, and it's actually going very well.
Mayor Larson says in past years about 5 homes have had pipes freeze each year and that sometimes need repairs. He says right now it's too early to know if the frozen pipes have been damaged. Jeanelle? Russ?
All right, thanks, David.
Well, just one day after the entire roof collapsed on Montana State University's South Gym, MSU officials are now warning the same thing could happen next door.
Yeah, they say an assessment of the North Gym's roof shows that it too is likely to fail. Officials say there's no reliable way to predict when or if the North Gym could also collapse, but they say the university is preparing for the worst. A release online from University Communications says crews are keeping a close eye on the North Gym, isolating utilities and closing Grant Street.
The crews are working quickly since it's just one day after the South Gym's roof slammed into the gymnasium floor below, a sight seen even more clearly from the university's drone footage.
MSU officials add that other than the fitness center area, there are no other concerns about stability in other campus buildings.
Nearly 24 engineers are now evaluating the 40-plus flat roof buildings on campus.
Part of Alkali Creek Road remains closed this evening as crews work on a gas line. Montana Dakota Utilities is on the scene, but they were unable to say why the line was needing repair. That road was initially closed between Morningside Lane and Indian Trail around 1:30 this morning. Crews say they do expect to finish up tonight and have the roads back open for the weekend.
Yellowstone County has launched Code Red, its new high-speed emergency mass notification service. Code Red is an app and location service system. It will serve as the backbone of Yellowstone County's emergency planning and communications outreach to citizens and staff. Now, the app sends phone calls, texts, emails, and social media posts to alert residents of missing persons, natural disasters, and other threats. To get connected, go to ktvq.com and click on this story to enroll. Now, the app is available on both Apple and Android phones. Stillwater County also recently enacted the same system.
One day after an explosion at the Calumet refinery in Great Falls, workers are back on the job and it's business as usual.
A spokesperson with Calumet tells MTN the company is actively investigating to determine a cause and damage assessment. Now, at this time, the impact on the plant is limited and there are no major interruptions in operations. The spokesperson says Calumet remains committed to safe and environmentally sound operations.
We followed up to ask them what their safety regulations require. No one was injured during yesterday's explosion. State Senator Dwayne Ankeny is back in Montana after heading to Washington, D.C. this week to talk about the future of Colstrip. Ankeny had meetings with officials from the Energy Department, the State Department, and the White House. Ankeny says the thrust of the visit was to stress the importance of having Colstrip Units 3 and 4 around as baseload energy to back up renewables. Meetings, he said, went very well.
Well, I'd like to see these coal plants, these units 3 and 4, be designated as baseload plants and that they continue to run. You know, they know the need to keep the power on, lights on, and in the Northwest. So hopefully we'll get something out of this.
Ankeny says having dependable power is of national security interest, with more than a dozen military installations in the Northwest.
Well, a new year and a new lineup for the Billings Magic City Blues Festival is announced. Now, that festival starts August 2nd in downtown Billings with George Thorogood and the Destroyers.
Now, Saturday will feature Postmodern Jukebox, Little Hurricane, and Arterial Drive. This is the 17th year that the Magic City Blues has attracted thousands of music fans from across the county to Billings. And for more information on acts and tickets, really from all across the country, and for more information on that, you can check out ktvq.com.
And a Brazilian grill restaurant is coming to Billings, and tonight we are getting a sneak peek before it opens.
Our own Jenny Fick got a chance to meet with the man behind the concept of 5 on Black.
We are standing in 5 on Black, and we are getting extremely close to completion. We'll be opening in the next couple weeks here.
5 on Black is a Montana-born, fast casual Brazilian restaurant.
Just go through the line, build your bowl, and you're in and out the door for under $10 in a minute.
It came about as part of a statewide business plan in college.
I ended up winning the competition and moving forward with the idea. This will be our 6th store, and it's just something that I absolutely love doing.
5 on Black will offer meats cooked on a rotisserie with a base of greens or rice.
Brazilian food is an amazing ethnical cuisine. They just use really simple ingredients to make amazing flavors.
So why did Montana need a Brazilian restaurant?
Montana needs it because the people in Montana eat this way. They want fresh, healthy, convenient, inexpensive food. And this cuisine fits into that perfectly.
In Billings, Jenny Fick, MTN News.
And make sure to stay tuned to Q2 next week for an official open date, as well as a way that you can win 5 on Black for life.
Well, if you don't already know, there is a town up on the High Line called Chinook. Out of 87 Class C basketball teams, the Chinook boys made it to the state tournament, and as of tonight are just one of 4 teams who could capture the Class C title. Q2's Mitch Laggy caught up with some of the passionate Sugar Beater fans.
Inside the Rimrock Auto Arena at the Montana State Class C basketball tournament, there's a team from Chinook. You may not have heard of them, but these folks sure have. It's been 33 years since the Chinook Sugar Beaters have been to the state tournament. I caught up with the fans who cheer the Beaters to victory.
Yeah, it's wild for all of us. We're all super excited. Our boys are doing great. They're all really excited and glad to be here.
Feels pretty good. I mean, I've been in school with all of them guys for a really long time. I'm just super proud of them. They're nice kids. They really wanted this.
People in small towns like Chinook usually serve multiple roles in the community, like Isaiah Abayomi, a sophomore who manages the basketball team and plays bass in the pep band.
I love the seniors and all that stuff, so I really wanted to travel with the seniors as well, experience stuff with them as well as the pep band, so decided to do both.
Then I asked him about winning their first round game against the Plenty Coup Warriors, making the Sugar Beaters 26-0 on the season.
Oh, it's kind of a normal thing, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we're 25-0, right? But it's a little bit more surreal here. You know, it's the Billings Metro. We're at state. You know, it's a lot more exciting than normal season.
Speaking of the pep band, this gentleman caught my eye. I had to learn more about his technique.
It's just the rhythm. It takes a little bit of practice and a little bit of natural-born skill. Natural-born skill? Natural-born. Natural-born skill. Yeah.
This tournament even crosses generations. Hunter and Jamie Neibauer are father and son. Jamie was on the team the last time the Sugar Beaters were in the tournament. Hunter thinks he's a little bit better than his old man.
He was always a good shooter and a good rebounder, and I've been told the same, but I feel like I can jump a little bit higher than he can. My vertical's a little bit more above the rim. I play probably maybe a little bit more physical, but...
and you know...
What do you think? Has he got it on you?
Maybe not the physical part, but surely he can jump way higher than I can. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Neibauer reckons the whole town of Chinook will be watching this next game tonight.
You know, there's probably some stuff going on, but I bet everybody that has the opportunity to watch the game, because they can watch it on their computers or whatever, they're watching it.
And there's nowhere else the Sugar Beaters would rather be. From the Rimrock Auto Arena in Billings, Mitch Laggy, MTN News.
All right, thanks so much, Mitch. Now the Sugar Beaters face off against Arlee Warriors tonight at 6:30 at the Rimrock Auto Arena.
Yeah, a lot to be excited about for all the teams and towns here for the state tournament. Yes. And we've got people on the phones ready to sell you the winning ticket for the
And after the break, we'll find out another perk if you purchase your ticket today. And tonight in sports, semifinals are over for 3 local teams. Scott shows us if any of them reach tomorrow's championships.
You're watching MTN News with Jeanelle Slade and Russ Riesinger. Storm Tracker weather with Bob McGuire. And sports with Scott Breen. This is the 5:30 news on Q2, Montana's news leader.